Hi, I'm Liberty and this is my video on what I've learnt by being a head of department. I was one of the directors of photography, so I had a team of 6 people as well as another head of department, Levan. One of the main things that I learnt this year was working with other people is tricky. I've never worked with that many people because obviously there was like 30-40 people on the entire feature film. And it was difficult at times because if you want to make a decision you've got to speak to multiple different people to make sure that they're on the same page as you and they agree with what you're doing, and I'm used to having an idea in my head and just going and doing that, whereas on the feature film you had to speak, I'd speak to Levan, the other DP, and then I've got to speak to the directors, Dom and Louis, and you've got to speak to all like the art department and whatever and sound and make sure everyone's on the same level, and that can be difficult, but I think over the time of the feature film I definitely learned a lot more and was better at doing that. I also learned that there's a lot of pre-production involved in it, because when I've done a short film before, I've never had to do that much storyboarding or shortlisting. I've had to do like a brief one, but I've never had to do one in such detail, and storyboarding was the most difficult thing because we had to work with the directors really closely and they had to agree with what we had put down, and then they changed it and because they didn't agree with some stuff or they wanted certain shots that we hadn't thought about, and then when we got to the actual time of the shooting they changed the storyboard quite a lot on the day, which was quite difficult to work with because we went in there with an idea of what we were going to be doing that day and then it got changed around even though they had done the storyboard with us, so that was quite difficult. But because they are our heads of department, their say is kind of the final say, although we do have an input. I learned how to be more sort of in control. I've never really had to tell someone what to do before, and so this was quite a scary thing when we started. But I think I managed to do that quite well towards the end. The most difficult thing was quite a few people in our department weren't as motivated as we were, me and Levan. So it was very tricky to sort of get them to turn up to meetings and do what we asked them to do. One of the members of our team, Jodie, she was the grip and she was really good. She sort of did things that we wanted to do before we'd even asked her, which is the best thing you can have in that situation, really. And then there were some people that I feel didn't have the job that they wanted and therefore didn't put in the effort that they would have done if they'd had the role that they did want. But everyone in the department was as important as each other, and I feel like towards the end we managed to gel well as a team and we all got on and we did what we had to do, really. Some more than others, but yeah, I think we worked very well to achieve what we wanted to achieve. But yeah, like I said, I did struggle to be in charge and kind of tell them what to do. Before this I wasn't a very assertive person, but I think this process and being a head of department has definitely allowed me to experience that more and then therefore get better at it, because at the end of the day, if I want to be a DP in the future I will need those skills, and so I think being the head of the department for the feature film has been really helpful in doing that, and I'm more confident in myself in doing stuff like that. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a head of department. It's really helped me grow as a person, and it'll definitely help me in the future to be in the role that I want to be in. So, thank you.